Hello everybody. So we all have finished with one year 2020. I do know that we all went through a very difficult phase, but still God was there with us. He uplifted us in any small problems, right? So we all believe in that. Anyway, so we are here in another new year 2021, and it's going to be a very good year for all of y'all. So in today's session, I'm going to give you all a small talk or maybe a small presentation about one important content that you need to keep in your mind while doing your OET speaking, and that is called as signposting. Okay. So now let us see now what a signposting means and how we can use it in our OET. Okay, so let's see importance of signposting in OET speaking. Before that, you guys need to know what is a signposting, right? And how it can be used in our OET speaking. So first tell me what a signposting means. So let me give you an example. When you are going on a road, like when you are traveling, you can see a lot of signals, right? Maybe they'll say no U-turn, maybe a hump ahead, maybe there'll be a hospital area, so they're saying no sound horn. So there are a lot of signs, right? Why they give that? It's like they are warning you, you're going to reach that particular area. You have to be cautious, you have to be very careful. It's somewhat like that in OET speaking, where you are providing a reason to the patient. Okay, for asking some questions or maybe explaining to them. For anything, you are giving them a rationale. Okay, so let's see what a signposting means in OET speaking. Are you guys ready to see that? Okay, so let's see what's written here. Okay, signposting is a key skill in enabling patient to understand the structure of the interview by making the interview overt. Okay, so what does that mean? It is a key skill. It's a very important skill. I don't know how many of you all know what signposting means. It's a very important skill. Maybe you would not know the name signposting, but one or the other way you might be using in your OET speaking. Okay, so it is an important skill that enables the patient to understand the structure of the question that we are going to pass it on to them. Okay, then the second point, the health professional and the patient need to understand where the interview is going and why. So it is going to be a clear-cut answer and a questioning between the patient and the nurse, and they will know how the question is going and for what reason they are asking the question or for what reason they are going to explain. Then a signposting statement introduces and draws attention to what we are about to say. So it is going to give you a better idea. It provides you a signal on what you're going to say or what you're going to ask or what you're going to explain. So they are going to tell it beforehand. Okay, and it can be used to make the progression from one section to another and explain the rationale behind the scene. Okay, so what it does is, it even helps us from one section to another section. It helps us to help us out. Okay, now let me tell you this in a more detailed manner. Signposting. For example, where all you can use signposting and what is signposting? Signposting, if you need to talk to the patient, if you need to ask some questions or if you need to explain to the patient something, beforehand you will tell, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. See, in a classroom when you want to drink some water, what do? You don't take your water and drink. You ask your teacher, ma'am, I'm feeling thirsty, may I drink some water? See, you are giving out a reason. I want to leave. You cannot simply ask a leave. You are giving them a reason. Tomorrow I'm having some family meeting or maybe some personal things to be done. So if you don't mind, can you give me a leave? So this is how we ask. So we are providing them a reason for what action we are doing. That's the same thing that has been applied for OET speaking. Okay, so that's one way how you can use your signposting. And then another important thing on signposting is when you move from one section to another section. That is, first you may be asking about past medical history. Now you're going to say, now I want to know more about your family and how you are moving on with them. So may I ask you some questions related to that? See, you are moving from one section to another section. So in that way also you can use signposting. And signposting, you can use it at any part of the role play, that is during the the intro part or during the talking phase, or maybe even in the concluding phase, any part of the role play you can use your signposting. Now I have two examples for you based on how to summarize, or like how the patient's understanding is and how we can move from one section to another section. So I have got two examples for you. I think you can see those examples and keep in your mind, and you can use them in your OET speaking as well. Okay, so can we see what the example is? Okay, so this is going to be the example for summarizing. So let's see the first example. Can I check if I understood what you have said? Let me know if I have missed something. That means, can I check if I have understood? So he's trying, or the patient, not patient, the nurse is asking the patient, let me just tell you what I have understood from your side and just tell me if I have missed out anything. See, a very good way of signposting. Okay, it's on a summarizing manner. Then see another way. Before ending the session, I would like to remind you the most important things that you need to keep in your mind while caring for your wound. Can I proceed? See, he wants to talk something about wound care again. He wants to reinforce the patient. But before that, the patient should not think, he has already spoken regarding this. Why should he speak? So he is giving him another way. He is explaining to him. I would like to tell you this once again because this is very important. See, he is giving him a rationale behind for what he is going to explain. You see, so this is one way you can do your signposting. So for any questions that you're going to ask, give them out a reason. It comes as a signpost, and that's very, very important because patients always need a satisfactory explanation or a satisfactory question for them to answer back to you or to listen to your explanation. Okay, keep that in mind because you all are going one or the other way. You're going to go forward to a foreign country, and especially native people over there, they do like we nurses speaking to them in this form. Okay, so keep in your mind. Now let's see a next example, that is progressing from one section to another. That is when you're progressing from another section to another. So you have mentioned two areas that are very important for you. See, we are going to mention about two areas that is very important for you. The first is the pain in the joint, and the second is how you are going to look after your kids. So the patient has told about two concerns. One is he's having severe pain in his joints, maybe knee pain and even maybe in his joints. Okay, and then he or she is telling how she is going to look after her kids. So now we may be needing to know more about the pain, and then we are going to give importance to the child. But we have to make the patient understand that both their concerns are very important to us. So see how we have used the signpost. You have mentioned two areas that are very important for you. First is the pain in your joint, and second is how you are going to look after your kids. Could I start by asking you a few more questions about the joint pains, and then we will talk about your problems concerning your kids. See, so first we spoke about the pain, then we are telling the patient that we are going to talk about your kids. See, then the patient will be feeling very contented. See, the nurse is trying to make me understand. This way he's going to ask, and then he's going to ask regarding that. Because many a times when we ask the student, I have this problem, that problem, the student will ask another question. But we should tell the patient, see, I do understand, I know these are the things, but first I want to ask you this, then I'll come back to that and we'll discuss that in later. So what happens, the patient will feel very happy about it. So do you all understand what is signposting and how it is important? Signposting is very important, guys. It's very essential in your OET speaking. Please keep this in your mind and prepare while you're doing your OET speaking. And thank you. Bye-bye.